Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Hollow Knight. Aha, another warrior finds their way to our fair Colosseum. Ours is the destination for all seeking trials of intense and deadly combat. All one has to do is place their mark on their trial board of choice and lo, the arena's gate will open. There's a small fee attached to each trial, but I'm sure as skilled at combat as yourself will have accrued a wealth of geo. Now before you draw your nail and rush eagerly to battle, I'll offer one quick word of advice. There's a warrior's pit just below here, where others like yourself await their own trials. I'd strongly advise using it to rest up before placing your mark. Oh, and I have no doubt, I'm a fearsome warrior myself. Don't go judging me by my size or my current constraint. The Colosseum beckons us both. I'll be back in a battle soon. Make a contribution, and you can enter the trial of the warrior. Welcome to the Colosseum of Fools. Very well then, our new trial is open to you. I hope your performance is spectacular. The Colosseum of Fools is a bit of a, combat area, and would you look who it is? What do you want, cur? You come to laugh at me as well? Fools! Did you never consider that being trapped in this cage was precisely what I intended? Yes, by all means, release me into your arena. I am Zote the Mighty, and as soon as I draw my nail life ender, your laughter will soon turn into terror. And we also meet up with Tiso again. Bella one. You found it too then, this perfect place. I'll soon be entering the battle, just taking a moment to rest first. Though True could truly challenge me, I'm hoping this arena presents the sort of brutal challenge I'm after. So, right here, you have a bench that you can use to equip yourself with different charms, heal up, stuff like that. And over to the right here, you can find a breakable wall with a hot spring to refill your soul. For now, I think I'm going to do the very first trial, the trial of the warrior. Fight for Geo and a charm notch. Yes, please. Your very first opponent will be a shielded fool. He behaves similarly to a mix between a Husk Knight and a Great Husk Sentry. And here we have sharp boulders. They are much more powerful and defensive versions of regular boulders that we've all seen before, but shouldn't be too much of a problem. I recommend using Quick Slash for the sharp boulders specifically. And here we have a shielded fool. They behave extremely similarly to Husk Miners, because at close range they will swipe you with their boomerangs, whereas at far range they will throw them at you. definitely be able to notice that a lot of the enemies here are straight copy and paste. Oh, would you look who it is? How are you doing? I hope terrible. And then there's this segment right here where the floor becomes just spikes, forcing you to stay on these platforms. Throw one at me, please. Fine. I'll fight you the legit way. Or what should be the legit way. Yeah, they don't have very many attacks that can be countered by just staying above them. So that's definitely a very cheesy way to combat them. Here we have some more primal acids. Oh, that was close. And here, we have to fight the Vengefly King again. The Colosseum of Fools has a surprisingly large amount of mini-boss fights, and even some boss fights that you have to fight again. But the Vengefly King is completely pathetic and should be absolutely of no challenge. And here we have a combination of sturdy fools. Wait, no. Yeah, I think they are sturdy fools. The ones with boomerangs. We have a combination of them. This is very harrowing. Alright, I think I should be pretty safe. No! So now we can't just simply jump over them. Reminds me very much of the Colosseum, or the Ancestral Mound. And hey, look at that! Volatile Bruisers. This is the only time that they ever appear outside of the Infected Crossroads, and they can actually appear here before even the Infected Crossroads. Alright. And here we have to fight two Bruise Mothers at the same time. And this is what I meant by some boss fights, because technically this is a boss fight. There we go. And here is our final opponent, the final boss of the Trial of the Warrior. Zote the Mighty. He is pathetic. He cannot deal any damage to you whatsoever. It just plinks right off of you. Yep. This is a boss fight. Claim our reward. For beating it, you get 1,000 Geo and a charm notch. That's what you get. So that's the Colosseum of Fools. There are 2 additional levels. The Trial of the Warrior. There's the Trial of the Fool, which is the bigger one, and the Trial of the Conqueror, which is the smaller one. They progressively get more and more difficult as you go to the right, as you go to the right. Welcome back, warrior. Make a contribution and you can enter the Trial of the Conqueror. Very well then, a new trial is open to you. I hope your performance is spectacular. I do not believe that we have enough time in the episode to do the Trial of the Conqueror. So maybe I'll save that for either another episode or I don't know. Although now I'm curious as to what I want to do for the rest of this episode. I was honestly expecting the entire episode to just be filled with me failing at the trial, but that went a lot better than I expected. But yeah, the next 2 definitely do not pull any punches whatsoever and are much more difficult. And even have their own original bosses. Granted, that one did also, but like actual bosses and not just whatever those were. Oh, I've got an idea. We can go check up on the grub plot. Oh, speaking of grubs. The only way to get out is to either die or defeat that, because there's a door that closes behind you. Right through here is a bunch of husks, and if you jump right here, you can find a secret room with a brand new enemy. There's only one of these in the entire game, and it never respawns. This is called a gorgeous husk, and it drops 420 Geo. Haha, that's a funny number as well. But yeah, that's the only gorgeous husk in the entire game. And now that I think about it, I probably should have equipped Fragile Greed because, you know, drops a lot of geo. Alright. To the Grub Father. Oh, look who it is. Look who stole my girl. Son. Honest seal? A ton of money. And that's it. I shouldn't be complaining. I have 3,000 geo now, oh my god. Stupid idiot. I think I'm just gonna start buying. Actually, now that I think about it, I think I have enough money to buy not only the final mask shard from him, but also the final vessel fragment from him. And even a charm I'm never going to use. Alright. I think that's a good place to end off the episode. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time when we figure out what we're going to do, I guess.